Hi there, my friends. Welcome to part 13 on how to make $10,000 per month with email marketing using solo ads. Now, in the previous few parts of this training series, I was discussing about how to use AWeber as our email autoresponder. And in the next few parts, I'll be talking about Getresponse. If you guys have not registered for the Getresponse account, please feel free to use the affiliate links in the description box below this video to do so. Now, once you register for Getresponse account, it will look something like this. Alright, so on the top, you have the tools, contacts, email marketing, and reports. So on the right, generally the one that we're using will be only these settings. Alright, if you click on it, you have things like the manage account, billing, teams, mobile apps, refer a friend, and the affiliate program of Getresponse. So what you need to do is hover over to tools, click on it. You see things like AI campaigns, contacts, email marketing, autoresponders, website builder, landing pages, forms, so on and so forth. Now at the bottom, you also see things like files and images, integrations and API, webhooks, web connect, and emails and domains. So the very first thing that you need to do is to authenticate your email and domain with Getresponse. Like what I mentioned in the previous video, nowadays with all the changes in Gmail and Yahoo, they are very stringent in terms of authenticating the domains, especially with the DKIM and the DMARC policy. So first and foremost, head over to emails and domains. So this account belongs to one of my students. As you can see over here, the domain name is called RebeccaSauce.com. DKIM has been authenticated and a DMARC has been added. Alright, so the way to do it is very simple. Just add an email over here. So put in your last name or your first name over here, as well as the email address that you wish to use, and click on add. So for this case, everything has been done. Right, as you can see over here, these are the few different domains, so we are not really using all these domains over here, like for example, especially the Gmail and whatever that has not been authenticated, as well as this Yahoo is not being used. Alright, so what we need to do here is to update DNS records, and let me show you guys what exactly I mean. So domain authenticated with DKIM. Now the DKIM identifier will be this particular key over here, and the DKIM key will be this key. If you have purchased your domain using Bluehost, you can always refer to the DNS settings and from there add in the TXT field of these two areas. Alright, so that will be for the DKIM. Scroll down, they have also included the DMARC policy. So let me show you guys. So for DMARC, the host will be this, as well as the DMARC record will be something like this. Alright, so it's very simple. Everything has been generated by Getresponse for you. All you need to do is to add in the TXT record for these two values. Alright, the DKIM as well as the DMARC records. Now, bearing in mind for AWeber, we are talking about the 3 CNAME records. But when it comes to Getresponse, the way to authenticate a domain is by adding 2 TXT record, which is the DKIM and the DMARC records over here. So let's close this tab, and assuming that everything has been added and verified, that's where you can start using this domain as well as the email address. Heading back over to tools, you'll see things like email marketing, autoresponders. Now, these are the 2 fields that we will always be using if you're going for the basic plan. If you're going for something that's relatively more advanced, you'll also be using the automation tool. But let's talk about something that's relatively simple now, which is your autoresponder. Now, autoresponder refers to the campaign settings within AWeber. So this is all the different autoresponders. If I click on the cycle day, like for example, from the very first day all the way until the most recent ones. The way to add an email autoresponder within Getresponse, very simple. Click on create autoresponder, click on by myself. So from here, you can title the autoresponder, like for example, test 1. So this will be the very first email. Now the link list is very important because this is where you're going to make sure that you're sending the automation messages to the correct subscribers in the correct list. So let's say, for example, we are going to use things like Leadpages leads. So automatically, it will show you day 15. The reason for that is because this student of mine has already created 15 emails, which is from day 0 all the way to day 14. Alright, so it's always going to be the same time as the sign up time. You can also change, like for example, with a delay of a certain hours or exactly at what time. Alright, so let's keep it as the same time as the sign up time and allow the message to be sent on every single day over here. So this is the email address of the student, info@RebeccaSauce.com, and the name that he's using will be Rebecca. Alright, the subject line as well as the email body content. For the subject line, you can always refer to the email swipes that I mentioned to you guys when I used Matt Beckett. Alright, the 16K email swipes. You can again refer to the link in the description box below this video to do so. For the design and content, click on design message over here. Now then followed by click on blank templates. So on the right, you can use this blank template. Click on use template. So let's click on logo first. So on the right, please toggle off the show logo tab. Then from here, click again. Then on the right, click on back to layout. Text, click and drag and drop it over here, and this is where you can start drafting your email. Very simple. So let's say, for example, this is a test. Then please check it out here. All right. So let's say I'm going to highlight this entire portion. Usually I'm going to bold it and I'm going to insert the link. So this is where you're going to insert whatever affiliate link that you have to promote the affiliate product that you wish to promote. Let's say, for example, let's just do something like this. And from there, click on the insert button. Okay, very simple. Then followed by click on next. So if you scroll down, nothing much over here, all right, because this is not an email marketing or rather email broadcast template. This is just an automation template. Then click on save and publish. All right, so for this case, I'm not going to save and publish it because it's just a demonstration to you guys on how to start creating your first email autoresponder message. So let me go back to the very beginning. Let me try to find that testing. All right, it's being turned off. So if you wish to delete any autoresponder message, just go ahead, hover to your mouse to these 3 vertical dots here and click on the delete button. All right, delete it. Now, making sure that every time when you set up an email, please make sure that all the status is being turned to on. All right, this is very, very important. The next thing that I'd like to talk about is how exactly to integrate Getresponse with your Leadpages account. So again, hover your mouse to tools over here. Now remember in the previous session, I mentioned to you guys that the way to integrate your AWeber with your Leadpages account is by going to integrations under Leadpages and as well as clicking on the AWeber tab. From there, log in with the login details of your AWeber account. It will automatically be connected. But for Getresponse, it's a little bit different. All right, so head over to tools, scroll down, click on integrations and API. Then from here, choose API. And this is where you're going to generate this thing called the API key. So you can name it whatever you want it, like for example, Leadpages, and hit on generate. So for this case, this particular key has already been generated. So all you need to do is to go back again to Leadpages, click on integrations, choose Getresponse, then copy this entire API key and paste it in. Then from there, connect it and it will automatically be done. All right, so the steps are relatively different, but the essence behind it is the same. As you can see, different email autoresponders have different interface, but generally what they do is about the same, all right? So there's no much debate between whether to use Getresponse or whether to use AWeber. But of course, a lot of experienced email marketers, what we use are actually the AWeber account. Now, of course, along the way, if you are inside my inner circle, I'll share with you how exactly to duplicate the leads and use different email autoresponders to promote multiple offers at any one day. So that the moment you have a large responsive email list, it is not a question of whether you can get sales every day, but how much sales will you be getting every single day. Again, if you're interested in my mentorship program, please refer to all the respective links in the description box below this video to do so. So I'll see you in the next recording, whereby let's talk about the email marketing feature within Getresponse. See you there.